everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. We're back.
We're back. A few quick updates because this Saturday is our monthly community dinner, March 14th. March 14th.
Saturday.
Saturday, 5 p.m. at the Rad Camp, which used to be the old Nazarene church. And we're going to have our grant team get together for just a quick check-in at 4 p.m., so an hour beforehand.
So you can get your tickets at yeahmovement.com. We're going to open it up and start doing the ticket sales just like normal.
Yeah.
And probably the same 10, 15, 20 people. We start to see more kids. It's warmer weather out there. Hope you guys are having a happy Sunday. But we anticipate that people are going to start to stretch their legs and come on out. Mm-hmm. And so $25 online or $30 at the door. Mm-hmm. There's a high probability I'm going to go confirm, but we probably will still have the same tiny house there to take a tiny house tour. Mm-hmm. So all you people that want to come and touch it and take a look at what we can do, we should have a tiny house on wheels for a tour. Yeah. So that's Saturday at 5 p.m. So like Rhea said, Saturday at 4 p.m. is
grant team.
The grant team. So we assigned everybody about 3 or 4 foundations to go phone calls, make a spreadsheet, ask a bunch of questions. And so we're just going to have a quick little jump in. We might go do a small little tour of the land that we're thinking about is the next one that's probably going to slip through as low-hanging fruit that we're working with the city. So we might end up doing a small little land tour. That might be a little fun. So yeah, anybody that's interested in joining the grant team, especially this spring and summer, contact us. We will get you in contact with Anastasia. You guys have a nice little chat, and then you guys come on down, and then we'll assign different foundations, and then we'll start moving the grant things together, and then we'll get more land and get more tiny houses on wheels and get more families in houses. So that's Saturday. It's a busy, busy, busy Saturday.
Yeah, it's moving it forward one step at a time.
Should we tell them these stories, or should we move to this first and then go back to here?
Yeah,
let's go to that. Okay, go for it.
So tomorrow night is Monday night. It is the second Monday of the month, which means City Council. So 5:30 tomorrow night. If you are in Mount Shasta, you want to come to the Upper Lodge at the City Park and come check out the meeting. You can give public comment, anything that's not on the official agenda. If it's something you feel like the city needs to be aware of, or a topic that needs to be discussed, you have open mic for 3 minutes to get up there and
talk about anything you want.
Speak your piece.
Yeah. Talk whatever you want.
Mm-hmm. And then as far as agenda items go, they go through one by one. The agenda is published, and so you can read ahead of time and see. And then there is an open public comment for each agenda item as well. So if you need to bring up your thoughts on something, if you have reservations, or if you're in support or whatever, that's your chance to speak up and tell them exactly what you think.
I think on the agenda was the budget, which is a big deal, because if you guys heard our video 6 months, a year from ago, our budget was not good. It was not good. And then our budget team, finance team in the city did a lot of hard work. Yeah. And I think we finally got up to green light budget. In fact, I think they just did their audit.
Yeah, they did.
They just got their audit done, and it was a green light.
Yeah, so they've done a lot to figure out where they could cut some things. They had to make some hard choices for some things that had to get cut. And then, reallocating things, pulling in a little extra grant money where they could, and they worked their magic, and they've done some great work.
They had to let go 2 fire department, had to let go 2 police officers, a dispatcher, and all that for salaries to get down to budget. And now I think they just hired one. I know they had one, but I think they just might have hired another police officer and a fire department. And so it's still a tight budget. I know there's a big push for the sales tax coming November. So everybody needs to stay on top of that, because that's going to help us with the money to help our emergency services, so we can get more fire department, more police officers.
Right.
So,
and also too, if anyone has questions about the whole thing with the fire department that came out last week, then that would probably be a good opportunity to show up and ask questions or connect with people. And they've been pretty transparent and trying to come and tackle things as they come up. So if you have questions, concerns, whatever that you want to bring up or ask about, that's your opportunity to do that too.
Yeah, general general comment. Wow. That, and then I think they were talking about the mobile home rent stabilization thing.
Yeah, they're doing some research and pulling together some things to figure out what a good proposal for that would be. I don't think that's going to be ready yet. I think they're looking to make a proposal on that next month. They need a little time to make sure that they're doing the correct things.
Yeah, they're gathering all the input from all the people and make sure that they're doing stuff right. So
yeah,
I think they are. But anybody that's affected by that or learning more about it, in our eyes, we see that as rippling off into all tiny house rental. It's going to end up stabilizing tiny house or alternative housing in the future. And so that's why it makes sense for us to go over there and listen, learn, guide, give input, because later on, I believe it's going to ripple off to other alternative housing options, and then eventually maybe ripple off to the rest of the city.
It could, yeah.
It could. So interesting domino that's getting started.
Yeah.
That's the city, and we got 2 announcements that we're going to make on top of there.
Okay.
Go for
first one. I had my consulting appointment last Thursday with the people that do the nonprofit setup. So I got a lot of good information. I asked some pretty good questions, got some more details. So long story short, we're getting creative as far as how we can find the additional fundraising that we need in order to cover that. It turns out that the promotion they had running before, it's not going to be this price that I thought originally it was going to be.
We're going to let the price out on community dinner on Saturday. But yeah, so it's just a little bit more spending. We're going to need a little bit more fundraising to do that.
But so, that's, it's okay. It is what it is. Yeah. It's, at the end of the day, there's different ways that you can go about doing things. You can try to figure out how to cobble it together on your own, which takes time and effort and research. And then, it doesn't always come out as good as it would if you had a professional do it.
Heck yeah.
And there's always a range of professionals that you can have do things. So, at the end of the day, we got to decide to do things the way that we feel is the right way to run it. Since it is us that's doing this movement, it's us at the center of it. We got to do things the way we feel like is the right decision for the long haul. So that's what we're going to do.
We got a lot of comments on top of that when we pushed it out. One thing that the people should know is that this is not a typical 501c3 nonprofit.
Yeah.
It's not a typical one. You can just print it off, file it yourself, or here's an IRS thing, and here's less than $1,000 later, and your friend can do it, and it only took me 5 minutes, and it only took my friend 5 minutes.
Which that's great,
which is fine.
And for some things that works great. I think partially too, though, that it's kind of become obvious already that we are not really a flying under the radar kind of movement.
Heck no, we're loud as hell.
We're pretty loud, and there are a lot of people that are great and really appreciate us, and we run into people like randomly at the grocery store or getting tacos or whatever, and they come up and they thank us
one place today, the business,
what we're doing, and it's really nice when people notice and appreciate that. But it's also obvious that there are some people, I think, that are not thrilled about what we're doing for various reasons. They have another agenda that doesn't align with what
they want to they want to know every little bit of our decision making.
And at the end of the day, we don't have time, and I'm sorry, that's not a personal thing. If we've blocked because you're asking a lot of questions, it's really, honestly, we're trying to juggle a lot, and we don't have time for distractions. There's too much happening. So we post as much as we can.
Movement.com for most of your questions. Movement.com.
We put out information all the time.
Go to my Facebook page and watch 75 videos.
Yeah, so we're doing our best to push the information out and be transparent in a way that we can, but we don't have the time or the desire to get in the comments and have a back and forth with people all day, every day. That's not constructive use of our time. We're doing too many things. So
we're moving.
I'm sorry, that's just not
so it's not a typical 501c3 that everybody knows about. It's not you file your own paperwork.
Yeah.
We are doing something different. It's called a 508 C1A.
And there's a reason legitimately why we're doing it that way.
Yeah.
And if you don't understand, it's okay. You can come to our dinner, or you can come to city council and ask, and we're happy. And it will be, when we have it all posted on the website, it'll be outlined so you can get your questions answered. But we're not going to jump in the comments and have a back and forth. And we've done a lot of research to figure out why we want to do it this way. So you're not going to tell us we're doing it wrong.
It's okay.
And if you want to start a 501 and doing your own thing, then more power to you. That's awesome.
But this is going to be big. This is not going to be small. We anticipate a lot of land being donated into this. We anticipate big and a lot of donations being inside here, because we are so loud. We are so out there. We average over 500,000 views a year from us just learning how to do this thing. So that's why our nonprofit has to be done right.
Yeah, because it's going to need to be solid, because it's going to be responsible for helping a lot of people.
It's going to have a lot of liabilities. I mean, there's people's lives on the land, on tiny houses, there's a lot of stuff. And so if we want something to last 10, 20, 30 years, and not something small, but something big, then we need a big team. And part of the big team is the legal team that specializes in 508 C1As and helping us with structuring it.
Yeah. And getting the ducks in a row and making sure that we're doing it
it's going to pass the test of time.
We want to do things correctly.
If you file your own paperwork all by yourself in the cheap route and you file it wrong, all liability goes on you.
Yeah.
If we file, it's like a CPA or a bookkeeper or whatever. If they file it wrong, it's their fault. It's their license, right?
Yeah.
So that's all we're trying to say, because we got a lot of comments with that stuff. But overall, the consulting went really, 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 really good.
Yeah, it went really well. It's
really good.
We've got some creative ideas of how we're going to make sure that we can figure out the financing and make sure we get it in place.
So come Saturday, we can tell you all the little details of how we're going to do it. But at the end of the rainbow, we're going to need a little bit more fundraising to go through in order for the legal team to build up the system that we know is the most.
And if you don't like what we're doing, that's okay. No one's forcing you to make contributions. No one's forcing you to come to anything. So it's fine if you don't align with it. And again, if you have a better way to do something for the community, by all means, you go out and create a solution for the community. That is awesome.
So that's how the consulting went, and it went really good.
Yeah.
Come learn more on Saturday.
Yeah.
All right, the next announcement, which is pretty big. Let's start with this thing. So we wrote a little post because somebody wrote a big post about housing or jobs. Yeah. And so we put that out there, ran it off the grapevine, and it went small town viral.
It's like a chicken or egg kind of conversation. What comes first, the chicken or the egg? Well, what needs to come first, the affordable housing or the jobs? And, at the end of the day, it's both, right? We need both. Right now in our community, we know, a lot of us from experience, there is a housing shortage, especially an affordable housing shortage. That's the truth. And there is a lot to be said statistically that you need affordable housing and workforce housing in order to attract people that are going to provide jobs, employers, right? To attract industry. And so we need that too. And there's a lot of other reasons why affordable housing is the core of the community as well.
I think this is also separates us from everybody else, because when the topic comes chicken or an egg, what comes first, housing or jobs or housing, and they all intertwine. Most people, 60-70%, most people say jobs are first, jobs are first, jobs are first. And there's a small, tiny nobody, except for us, that's yelling at the top of our heads that says, if you have no housing for your employees, your business goes
down.
Nowhere.
Yeah.
So housing is the middle spokes of the wheel. If you fix housing, it fixes everything. If you don't fix housing, it doesn't fix everything. But that's our stance. And so we've decided that I decided that I'm going to take her out on a little date in the afternoon, and we went to, where did we go?
We went to Bistro 107.
Bistro 107.
Yeah.
And what do we have?
We had this nice little salad with salmon and
stuff,
and we had some really awesome onion rings.
Onion ring there.
Yeah.
It was great. We had a good time. And then because of this,
we took a little walk. And also, I will say, too, because about a month ago at City Council, Tessa mentioned that she had been to a networking thing down in Reading, and that we need that, there's interest for a networking thing here. And I said, that actually it mirrors what I've seen, too, and I've heard the same thing. We do need networking here. Yeah. So we did a little walk around town, and we stopped in some businesses that we don't normally stop into, and just talked with people and looked at things, and just took more of walking up and down Main Street, shop by shop, and seeing. There were places I'd never been inside.
Same. There were places I had never been inside.
And we have some amazing shops with some really incredible people, artisans that have things for sale. Some really great stuff.
Moms behind the counter and the babies behind the counter with them.
Love that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Expansions of businesses.
Yeah.
The boutique place that expanded. Congratulations.
Ramshaw's. They pushed out their women's and children's boutique section into another little space because they were doing so well and they were filling up the space.
And so because of that, we said, oh, well, let's go look at the other shop and see what changes went over there. Got some chocolate.
Yeah, we did.
And then she was also one of those that...
She's like, hey, I'm one of your biggest followers. I love you. I watch your videos
I love you too.
So
we started talking to owners, to employees. We went into all these stores. We just looked at the store and said, did you ever go in there before? No, let's go.
That was fun.
And then what was our feedback?
Yeah, again,
what do we hear?
A lot of people that own businesses are looking for more opportunities to connect with other business owners and have business networking. And just a little tidbit from my previous life. I started a service company in Southern California and built it from the ground up. And I did it largely through business networking, through the Chamber of Commerce. Weird. I literally took a local service business, a pest control business, and I took it from what was $16,000 in revenue in the first year. Within 4 years, we were making over $250,000 a year. And I did it largely through networking, personal connections, and business referrals. You do that and you provide good service, word of mouth, and people love referring business to you because you handle the business well. You treat the customers well. I literally made homemade cakes every Christmas for our customers, our like top clients, because it was just a cool thing to do and they loved it. And so just those little touches and that little mom and pop thing and just supporting other business. We need that here. I'm a huge advocate for that.
And in my past life, I did a fire inspection company in Salt Lake City. So multi-million population, Salt Lake City. That's where I went to college, University of Utah. But I did a fire inspection. So fire extinguisher, sprinkler alarm, restaurant, suppression system, fire hydrants, sprinkler, blah, blah, blah. And you have to do all those little annual or semi-annual inspections and hood cleaning for restaurants. In Salt Lake City, and we averaged about 50 new accounts a day, 27 employees, 10,000 a week, sushi every week, multiple times a week. We had a lot of fun. After that, did some real estate investing. So that's another reason we're into land and housing and stuff, because I used to fix and flip houses using other people's money, OPM, with an infinite ROI, infinite. Infinite means I never paid for earnest money, home inspections, appraisals, but I used all of them. Staging, nothing. Emergency fund, black mold when you rip the wall. I didn't pay for anything. I orchestrated everything. So I'm the one that took the money, organized everybody, sent the money back out through title, and whatever was left over was mine, which is infinite ROI. So together, we're pretty good. And the same thing, I went to every chamber, went to every RIA club, real estate investment club, went to every BNI, went to every meetup, went to everything and networked. Granted, we had a little bit bigger town, but we know what the power is when business owners come and network together. And from all the little things that we asked all the business owners as we walked around, one of the biggest things that they all said was, we just don't have enough business networking, and we want to come together and do business networking. And so the second big announcement that we're going to do is going to be tomorrow night at City Council at 5:30. We're not going to say the name of it. We're not going to say all the details of it. We're not going to say what the infrastructure is. You don't even want to know what she's, this little,
no.
yeah. Oh no.